A lot of the reporting I've seen recently has sort of been seeming to say that there are these editors on the side, and there's this massive game at its heart. But really, to us, making things is half the game. It is actually gameplay. Building these creatures is gameplay. And one of the interesting things about that is when you say, okay, we're going to make you creative as a player, what actually happens is we better not make the things you make look stupid, So if you're going to say be creative, you want to make cool things, and you want it to be easy to make cool things, and you also want the tool to be easy to use. And the guys have done a great job, I think, because at the moment, if you want to get rid of a leg, it's as simple as grabbing it and throwing it away. If you say these spikes don't really work for me anymore, you can just grab them and throw them away. If you want to change the spine, you simply grab it, retract, and then say, I'll draw the shape that I want the spine to be. If you want something to be larger, you just scale it with the mouse wheel. If you want to replace something, you can just stomp it. And there's about 400 parts in the editor, base parts, which is really a big number to start with, but they all have different morph channels. And all these morph channels mean that there's actually virtually an infinite amount of content you can get in there, because you can put these parts wherever you like, you can scale them, move them, rotate them, morph them all over the place. One other cool thing is, lots of games make the player feel stupid. They basically say, here's the right way to play it, and if you don't do it exactly this way, we're going to put up a big game over screen and kick you out. Spore is trying to say, no, the player should always be, the player should always feel like they're smart, So anything that you do, we're going to support. So if you say, you know what, my creature has one giant eye, and he has a mouth on his butt, then we're going to say that's perfectly fine. This creature is valid, just like the last creature you made. This creature is valid. He can still eat, he can still call out to his friends and still do all the things you saw the last creature do. He just looks like you want him to look. The texturing is the same. We're trying to make you feel smart. If you say, I want to change that yellow to a blue, you don't want it to be a flat blue, you know what I mean? So we give you the blue you asked for, but we make sure that it looks cool. There's actually a gradient of blue that surrounds that. There's actually a bit of depth to it. The artists have done a great job there. When you take that back into the game, I'll skip the baby part, blinding white light. And here you can see, it knows, the little head knows it's the head, and so I can move that and it will track my mouse cursor. It knows the head is where the mouth is, and if I tell it to call, you see everything still works. And the gait itself, even the legs, now with these two funky legs, he's still getting about.